welcome the Honourable Symon de Nobriga, the MP for Diego Martin Central.
Alright then, Father got you among my friends, please. Because we don't know all the enemies. And the one them will stand right beside you. Don't want to soak you like them a leech. So me ask God to protect me head in this.
Diego Martin people! PNM people! Great is the PNM! Great is the PNM! Great is the PNM! Listen to me. Tonight is going to be a jam-packed schedule. So if my friends do not mind, I would like to skip the salutations and just say, PNM people, if you are here, if you are following on the radio, if you are following on social media, I greet you in the spirit of the People's National Movement. Welcome to Diego Martin. Welcome to Diego Martin. Welcome to the voice of PNM, speaking the truth in this country. Brothers and sisters, on April 28, 2025, the UNC was successful in one of the greatest lies ever told in this country. That everybody wins when the UNC wins. Well, tonight, I stand before you and I ask you, the people of Diego Martin, the same way I ask the people of Laventille, the people of Arima, the people of Toko, the suffering vendors on the streets of Chaguanas and the people in Tobago. You feel like you winning? You feel like you winning? 136 days later, you feel like you winning? Let's be clear about something. Let's understand what 136 days is. That's 3,260 hours. 3,260 hours. In all that time, what has changed for the better for you? What has changed? You feel safer? You feel like you have more opportunities? You feel more secured? Or you feel betrayed? Because from Tobago to Toko, from Diego Martin to Mayaro, from Manzanilla all the way down to Point Fortin, the answer is the same. People understand that they're not winning. They're losing their jobs. They're losing stability. They're losing hope. When they wake up, the feeling that they're feeling is not victory. It is fear. It is betrayal. And it's the pain from a con job that was pulled on us from a political party of con men. And con women. But I asked the DJ to play a tune for me tonight when I was coming up here. And the name of the song is Protection. And it asks God to protect us from bad mind people. Because we know now what bad mind looks like. It looks like spite. It looks like revenge. It looks like corruption. It looks like firing 40,000 people and not giving a care in the world for them or their children. We knew before that the color of envy was greed. But now we know the color of bad mind is yellow. But listen to me, eh? Listen to me and listen to me well, you know. God don't like ugly. And God don't like bad mind. He don't like evil thoughts. He don't like evil intentions. And he don't like evil actions. And that is what this UNC government has shown us in 136 days, in 3,264 hours. Pure, unadulterated, bad mind. But here's the good news. As sure as morning follows the darkest night, the PNM is here. The PNM is reconnecting and rebuilding. The PNM is growing from strength to strength, and right here in Diego Martin, as we have done throughout this country, we declare with confidence that come 2030, the PNM will return to governance in this country. On the 28th of April, People's National Movement lost the election. And across the country, from the morning of the 29th, people started waking up to understand the reality that while that defeat hurt the PNM and its supporters, it also hurt the nation as a whole. Because the truth is this, when the UNC came into office, they weren't prepared to govern. What they were prepared for was to exact revenge, to settle scores, and to protect themselves and their friends. So instead of building the nation up, part of that lie they told all of us, what did they do? They started to tear it down, job by job, program by program. We heard our youth speaker, and can I get another round of applause for this powerful young lady? Job by job, program by program, institution by institution. And that is why tonight, when I talk about rebuilding, I'm not just talking about rebuilding the PNM, you know. I'm talking about rebuilding Trinidad and Tobago. Because we understand that this nation cannot survive 5 years of UNC spite, corruption, and incompetence. So we are here tonight to send a clear message. The PNM is not just about reconnecting with our members. We are doing that, but we are also focused on rebuilding hope, rebuilding trust, and rebuilding the very fabric of this nation. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. Since taking office, UNC dragged this country first from code yellow, and we know that is a signal for warning. So that was the first warning. Now to code brown, and we know what brown is the color of. They promised 50,000 jobs. They promised 50,000 new jobs. Within weeks, they let go 40,000 people. CEPEP workers, URP workers, WASA workers, forestry workers, RHA staff, ministry staff. And we know that they have others that hold in the corner and don't want to say nothing because they're begging for the gratuity, hoping for the pension. They say they was going and build new jobs, 50,000 jobs. Lego 40,000 people. So they have 90,000 jobs to find to get back to their promise. They would say that they would end jobs for their friends and their families. Every single board you look at, every state board is somebody husband, somebody wife, somebody friend. If they can't get married in Trinidad, or they're not married as a man or a woman. It's down to the point where they now have the social media trolls, disgusting racists sitting on state boards that are responsible for communicating and informing the population. So I ask again, All you feel like all you're winning? So who winning? And you know, you don't have to just take my word for it, you know. My sister, the mayor, spoke about it. All of the councillors and aldermen of Diego Martin could tell you, just look around the region. Despite the effort and hard work of those elected by Diego Martin to serve Diego Martin at local government level, bush overgrown everywhere. And here's the thing, it's not only an eyesore, it's a health risk. And it's a security risk because you don't know when you coming home at night who jumping out or from behind, what bush to hold you or to rob you. And the thing is that it's not just Diego Martin. This is across the country. And while communities being swallowed by garbage and swallowed by bush, what's the Minister of Local Government doing? She said, well, besides what the mayor spoke about, she wants to distract you from the impotence of her own ministry by talking about lack of support from local government for her. She wants to distract us with talks about gated community policy. She wants to distract by pointing fingers at the PNM. What she's distracting you from is the fact, as Akila said, is she has no plan. And it's not just her. To a man and to a woman is autopilot. It's just hamsters on a wheel waiting for the boss lady to say, come down south and talk to me. And here's the problem I have with it. This minister is in her 5th month now. This same minister went to the parliament, get $80 million, and then fire everybody that $80 million was for. All you remember when they used to talk about that? Where this money gone, where that money gone? What's the question you have to ask her now? Where the money gone? So, what we need to tell her is that instead of distracting us with smoke and mirrors, with gimmicks and with photo ops, tell us where that money gone now. Tell us where the 80 million was spent. Tell us how it was spent. And while you're doing that, get down to the serious business of running your ministry, get down to dealing with the issues of local government that impact every citizen of this country every single day. Roads, drains, garbage, overgrown bush, the bread and butter issues when it comes to service delivery in this country. Get down to that. Don't be talking about what the PNM didn't do and where is it. Tell us where the money gone and go and do your work. They promised us safety. Remember that? You feeling safer? They have us living under a state of emergency. If you look, they have no reduction in the murder rate. Month after month, murders remain the same. Families in mourning, communities in fear. Only thing of any word that they are achieving at SOE is to conveniently stop the Independence Parade. And here's the problem I have with that too. They stop the Independence Parade. They say there's a security risk. The Prime Minister tell them, don't go nowhere and fet during the SOE. No minister. But they don't in Brian Lara whining low. Everywhere they go in, but they can't go to the celebration of our independence. But let me give you my take on it. Only remember World Steel Band Day, 11th of August. The Minister of Culture went in Woodford Square, right? And as she called her boss lady name, what they do? Boom! A week later, she canceled that parade. A week later, she canceled that parade. Right after that, they started to pull out government, members of her government to talk about how Independence Day is a what? It's a PNM thing. They bring them out to say If you're UNC supporting, you have a business and you have a PNM, do you feel is a PNM working for you? Fire them, because all PNM is dog. You could imagine the fear that these people are living in. These people who know they might be working for a UNC, doing their work, but living in fear that their boss listening to that dotishness and they could lose their job on top of the 40-something thousand people that already gone home and sitting on and waiting. Think about what is happening all across this country. Think about that fear that they want us to live in. Think about what that is. Does that feel like a democracy to you? That is utter and complete dictatorship madness. And that is a promise that the UNC is keeping. A promise to fire more, a promise to suffer citizens who refuse to bow down to them. So while ordinary citizens struggling to pay rent, struggling to buy groceries, struggling to recover from having to buy books, despite the work of PNM MPs and the PNM party, struggling, UNC right now is boasting the largest cabinet in our country's history. And the record that they beat was their own, you know. Imagine you have ministers in ministries earning $40,000 a month to make TikTok videos to attack the PNM. Can't tell you what they're doing in their own ministry, but $40,000 a month. Let me explain that to all you. It's 4 months and pass since they come into power. That's $160,000 each one of them get, you know. All you feel they win it. All you feel they win it. I guarantee you they win it. And then on top of that, you have them, they have the political dogs of war, barking, taking credit where none is due. Collateral damage Clyde and the little butcher man trying to claim the work that Marvin Gonzalez do. Monilal trying to claim all the work that Stuart Young do. The education minister, the shaky one, he want to claim credit for the work that Nyan Gadsby Dolly and the late great Lisa Morris Julian pioneered in that ministry. You have a OJT Minister of Finance, right? You can't hear here at all. Bacchanal going on, they roll out the minister in the ministry to talk. Bacchanal going on, he can't see nothing, he roll out the central bank governor to talk. And everybody contradicting everybody else. And the only thing that he could ever do that make any sense is what Colm was doing before him. And want to take credit for that. Listen to me. At this point, it's not a government they want to run, you know. It's a credit collection system they want to run, you know. But here's the problem. They can't run that either, you know. Brothers and sisters, let me remind all you again. God don't like bad mind. God don't like ugly. In 136 days, this UNC government has proven that they are driven by nothing else but bad mind and ugly. But contrast that with the PNM's record in government. We know we weren't perfect, and we paid the price for that. We understand that. But governed with vision, we governed with discipline, and we governed with the truth. And that's the difference between us and them. The PNM plans for tomorrow while the UNC is gambling with today. Because their legacy has never been about building. Their legacy is EMBD and PRCO and live sport and wastewater treatment plant. Their legacy is bobble. Their legacy is crookery. That is what their legacy is. They can't run this place, but they could run racket. So brothers and sisters, the question before us tonight is simple. 136 days later, you feel like you're winning? The answer is clear, no, people are not winning. But hear me tonight. The PNM will return to government in 2030. We will return because we have the people. We will return because we have the discipline. We will return because we have the spirit of this movement. So let us remember that the PNM is needed to free this land. Let us remember that the world around us is changing at a rapid pace, and without the PNM and our healing ways, this country will not survive, because healing has always been the role of the People's National Movement. We are here in our Gideon boots and we're here in our red suits, and we're ready to answer that call. So when we leave here tonight, let us leave here with one voice, one heart, and one declaration. Great is the PNM. Great is the PNM. Great is the PNM. And we shall prevail.
I did. I got you among my friends, please. Because we don't know all the enemies. I the one that will stand right beside you. And wanna soak you like them a lead. So me ask them.
Thank you, MP de Nobriga, for that fiery and passionate address. Do you all think Diego Martin Central is in good hands? Thank you so much.